Oh my God, that's an absolute banger. I honestly just wanted that to keep going.
I know, it was so good. Some DJ's gonna pick that up and then go to the club and just drop it like it's hot, and everyone's gonna go crazy. And those crazy people will be us.
I was just want to say, I laugh, but we'll be in the front row.
Right on. Which player do you want to be?
I always wanted to be player 1 because I liked where it was on the screen.
Fair enough. I'll be player 2. I don't mind beating Diddy Kong or Luigi either way.
Oh my God, yeah. If you're going to play Donkey Kong, Diddy was pretty cool. I loved all the cartwheels that he did, but I really did enjoy that Donkey Kong slam the ground.
Yeah, I just didn't like his name, Diddy. It just felt like it was like he was a diddler, but
Oh
whatever.
my God.
That's just a personal fact, you know. It's not what many people think. He was the nephew of Donkey Kong, so...
This is a weird defense you don't have to make. What is your favorite video game?
It's a tough question to say, I guess, because...
Okay, not love, like, because we're in high school and we don't say love yet.
Street Fighter was probably my favorite, most played game back when I was a kid.
Aw, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
What was your favorite character?
Ryu, most of the time. Guile would also be a thing. For me, I'm birthplace of competition, and I remember all the time that I'd get really good playing one-on-one against people and winning and always wanting to beat people. That kind of drew on the internal flame, I guess, of wanting to compete.
I always played Chun-Li, and I feel like everyone probably called that, but her bicycle kicks were so cool. And she had thighs that could crush a watermelon.
Yeah, she did. She was a pretty cool character.
My favorite video game as a child was Zelda. I absolutely loved the Zelda game. If I would hear Ace of Base, just that little bit just takes me right back instantly. Anytime I hear Ace of Base, I immediately think of Zelda for original Nintendo. And it just gives me a nice, good, peaceful feeling.
Would you play the whole album or just that one song?
It was the whole album, because that's how we did it back in the day.
You know what my fondest memory of playing video games was?
What?
Playing real-time strategy games with friends online late at night when there was the 56-bit K modems. I'm aging myself, clearly.
Like a fine wine.
Yeah, where you would connect with and your parents would pick up and like, oh my God, got the internet. Yeah, that was me. And being able to play with friends online. We would start by playing against the computer, like 2-on-2. But eventually we'd go against each other. And it was only a matter of time before we'd start competing against each other. And like we'd be having the same base and trying to take territories of the base. And then, you know, like we'd put little towers where we start killing each other. And they're like, oh, what was that sound? Oh, nothing. Was that my guy dying? Oh, I don't know. It was just like, it was an accident. And eventually the game would just get to evolve where we just had a massive war against each other. And we would see who would win.
Was one of those games StarCraft?
Yes, StarCraft.
Absolutely amazing.
Red Alert.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, Command and Conquer. Those are the three.
My good friend's name that starts with an A.
Then I would play probably the most, and we'd go through that every single night like a ritual. Sometimes we'd kill each other before the computer. Then the computer starts rolling in, and we're like, oh fuck, we killed each other too early, but forgot about the computer.
I love it. The computer's like, so am I just here for cleanup or?
Yeah. Anyways, back to favorite games played as a kid. I think that was the best interactive type of game. Playing with someone, working together.
I can't leave out also the Super Mario games. Those were classics, and I played every single one.
Yeah, they were just masterpieces of video games, and just like it's therapeutic. 2D platformers that work so responsively and so well.
What is your favorite gaming system? I will be disappointed depending on the answer.
My favorite gaming system is Super Nintendo.
Okay, we could continue being married. If you would have said Xbox, I would have divorced you on the spot.
Xbox has the best controller of the modern age. That's a fact. Well, you're not perfect, and that's an example of it, but I still love you.
Dare you? But I really loved Nintendo 64. I absolutely loved it. But then I also really liked PlayStation.
Okay, totally get Nintendo 64. I never owned one, and if I did, I think that would be it. Now
they had the worst controllers, though. The worst. Like, the controller would fall apart so quickly.
Break all the time?
Oh, man. The little joystick. Not only would your thumb become so bruised, but I don't know, depending on how much gaming you did. But the joystick would eventually become desensitized. So you would just jack it all the way to the left, and your character would barely move. So you'd have to go and buy a new one. It sucked.
Fair.
But the games were fantastic. Well, like,
Mind blown.
Not to mention, most of my favorite games are Nintendo 64. We've got Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, 007.
All great games. Mario Kart 64.
Mario Kart 64. Ooh, Turok. I think Turok 2 was my favorite. Dinosaur Hunter. So much fun. Oh my god.
Mario 64 was the best game ever, in my opinion, in terms of the Mario franchise, because just open the world up was incredible.
I think Ocarina of Time is my favorite, but it's more because it's nostalgic for me. But then Breath of the Wild just blows my mind.
Yeah, that's the best Legend of Zelda game of all time.
Ever. It's
So
absolutely amazing.
beautiful.
How much fun is Overcooked? Especially if you get a bunch of people playing and you're all just yelling at each other and you're trying to cook and it is hilarious.
It's great for communicating as a video game because you have to if you're going to win. I also think it's a great couples game. You know, for all the couples out there, playing Overcooked on the Switch is a fantastic way to spend time together. You definitely get better at communicating and you get incented on it. Or just the people's play styles. Like, you'll just start throwing shit over to me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just pick this up off the ground every single time?
If they came and actually searched our restaurant, we would we'd probably be shut down.
Yeah, we'd be shut down like no tomorrow.
Your beef patties are been on the floor. Yeah, because I'm in a rush, okay?
We have a lot of orders coming through. We
And I
have to
can't
get 3
handle it.
stars.
We have to get 3 stars before we can move on. So just eat my floor patties. If you could live in any video game world, what would it be and why?
Oh, wow.
Right? Like actually living in their world.
I would try to think of a utopian world that's so wonderful to live in, but
We like playing games, but then when you actually think about living in the world, I immediately start thinking of safety.
yeah. Well, I think, you'd probably be safe in any Mario game world. Yeah. I would love to to play in real life GTA or like even
What?
Cyberpunk.
You're just doing like the robot and then you get a bright cheat code and all of a sudden you have a Tommy gun and a tank.
Yeah, if it was a simulated world, just like get right into it, right? Even Red Dead Redemption is beautiful.
You would live in Red Dead Stop.
Okay, if asterisk, I knew it was a simulated game and I could live in the world. Yeah, because then I would choose a different time where I would be forced to really live the life of the people they portrayed there. I think it'd be fun.
Oh my gosh, I would be in Skyrim and I would have my dragon shouts and I would have magic. Oh, that would be wild. Oh, that'd be sick. I'd totally go into that.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to want to go into the favorite games if it was simulated.
Khajiit has wares.
I don't know that reference. So.
Yeah, other people will. It'll be fine. All right, and a small break to hear something from our sponsor.
Well, hello there, stranger. We know that you have more entertainment options than ever before. Things like the internet, laser disc players, and surround sound have opened up all kinds of new possibilities. At Lee Electronics, they have grabbed the future by their sweaty balls with the next generation television they call maximum definition television. It'll change the way you look at televisions forever. Lee's maximum definition television will make your favorite movies, shows, and games come to life with state-of-the-art features. Now let's start with the most important thing, the screen. Lee's top designers and engineers have spent thousands of hours and have finally done the impossible. They've put up TV within a TV. They call it picture-in-picture. Add to that rich RGB colors and a wide selection of sizes from 27-inch to 28-inch, and you got yourself a television all your friends will be jealous of. But no picture is complete without great sound to go with it, and Lee Electronics really crushed it with dual-channel, max definition surround sound that'll make your head turn, literally. Channel flipping from your couch? What did I just say? Yes. Say goodbye to getting up to change channels with a cordless remote controlled device using infrared technology that only requires 4 9-volt batteries. Lastly, you probably have been hearing the buzzwords around DVD technology. With Lee's Maximum Television, they got that covered too. Yes, that's right. Consider your TV future-proof for the next decade or more. An investment in your home with Lee's Maximum Definition Television will connect you closer to the world around you. Go buy one today and you won't regret it.
Video games have soundtracks, and I absolutely love listening to them whenever I'm doing things. And I think one of my favorite soundtracks to listen to is a mixture of Breath of the Wild, Journey. Journey has an amazing soundtrack. I've never played it, but I've listened to the soundtrack and it is amazing. Highly recommend. Do you have any favorite?
Legend of Zelda soundtrack is fantastic. For those that play GTA, every time they have a GTA game,
Wait, the radio?
the radio has some great tunes. You know, they really accomplish a lot with the radio in terms of satire commentary from radio hosts and the commercials and the music itself.
If you could have any video game remade into a movie or TV show, what would it be?
Well, I will say that Last of Us, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Adaptation into a TV show so far. Witcher, which would have been my first choice.
Witcher was so good.
Fantastic. And you know what? I love it when actors or anyone that wants to make the movie that's part of the process are champions of it getting made. It's just like, it makes a show or a movie feel more like true to the game.
Yeah, I think you see that in their acting. Just the love that they have for the game and how much they believe in the character and they really embody it. I think it shows more.
Are you excited for the Mario movie?
I'm so excited for the 3D Mario movie.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be great. Wait, I just realized I say Mario, you say Mario.
Mario, yeah.
Is there a right way to say it?
I don't know.
I hope that's driving somebody nuts. I hope they're yelling at their thing right now.
Mario.
It's pronounced like
Mario.
this. I'm sticking with Mario. Wait, did I say Mario or Mario?
Now you just said both.
By the way, did you ever see the Mario movie?
Yes.
Back in...
Yes. As I recall, it wasn't very good.
It was definitely a bust, and I love it.
Oh, it was so... They made the characters so stereotypical Italian. It was just hilarious and cringeworthy at the same time.
They did Yoshi so dirty. And
How
the
so?
Goombas.
How did they do Yoshi dirty?
Yoshi looks like a mutant dinosaur or something.
Oh.
See if I can find a picture. Ugh, that's Yoshi.
Oh, he looks hideous. He doesn't look cool at all.
He just looks like a baby, like, T-Rex raptor. Which, don't get me wrong, dinosaurs look very cool, but this doesn't look like Yoshi at all. 1993 did Yoshi so dirty.
Yeah, no, he looked really bad.
Bowser looks terrible, too.
Well, I'm glad they're making a
Goombas are
remake.
adorable,
It should
though.
have never been a live action movie. But they had to do it at the time because the cartoon wasn't good enough, I guess.
I just know it's absolutely terrible. You should all go watch it.
Are you excited for any type of game coming out in the future?
This is predictable, but I am excited for the second Breath of the Wild game, Tears of the Kingdom. Just because I love Breath of the Wild, I played it over and over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm ready for more. I'm a glutton for lore and just more stuff.
The lore. The lore is, it's interesting when you can build a world, right? Like, and you can fulfill the world with different things that really drive the imagination. Do you find that your ADHD plays into a video game where you're like, oh, a squirrel, I'm gonna go follow a squirrel. Oh,
100%.
And you forget what you're doing?
There's so many times where I forget what I'm doing, but it's okay because with games like that, you can have 8 different quests on the go and just go back to them whenever you're ready to, which is great.
You know what's been a really great experience recently that was a first for me? A LAN party. Actually, maybe not a first in a long time, was doing a LAN party and playing in the same room with other people. Imagine that. It was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention, playing on computers is so much fun. And speaking of favorite video games, oh my gosh, I can't believe I left out everything computer. I love Elder Scrolls, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim. Absolutely love those games. I love playing them by myself. So I played with people for the first time just recently with you and my youngest sister and her boyfriend. And we played 7 Days to Die.
Wait, was that your first LAN party?
That was my very first one ever.
Oh.
It was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I was
true.
addicted immediately. I was like, okay, I'm ready to do this every single night.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially, you can have a good time about doing stupid shit.
Yeah, it was very cool watching other people do things. Like Michael kept falling through the floor in a house and landing with a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, everyone had a task and objective. I was just trying to get my backpack from where I died every single time. I tried like 30 times. It's ridiculous. Everyone's asking, what's Mike doing? Oh, I'm just
He's
going
dying again.
I'm dying. I'm going to get my backpack. It's a vicious cycle of a game of itself within a game.
Michael became Dora the Explorer in 7 Days to Die. He just wanted to find his backpack.
Yeah, I was on my own adventure, which was, I contributed, at the end.
You contributed humor.
You know what?
Kept us
Sometimes a
together.
game just takes you on its own adventure for you. And that's what I was on. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing it. Gaming is therapeutic, you know, when you need to decompress. And I don't do this enough. Playing video does really get your mind out of the gutter. You know, just for me,
Not
it just
even
has
a
to be a
perverted
good game.
gutter, just an exhausted gutter.
Yeah, but it has to be a good game. I can't invest time into a stupid, unlogical game that's not addictive.
Like cell phone games.
No, I can't do any of that. That's ridiculous. I don't know any good cell phone game.
Right now, my decompression game is Conan Exiles. I've been playing it on my brand new computer, and it's great
Shout out
because
to
our wacky and wild fun friend.
for helping out.
Woo! And I've been playing it a lot. My little sister and her boyfriend and a bunch of their friends are playing, so I'm on the server with them. And a lot of people are creating their really cool houses, which look like mansions and castles. And I am creating a city.
Okay, so is this the first building game like Minecraft where you're building everything with resources that you're mining?
For me, it is. Right now, I only have one other character, and his name's Mr. Beef.
What's his beef?
No, his name's just Mr. Beef because he sells goods and beef.
All right, so tell me.
He's also buff.
Well, okay, now is that his French name?
Mr. Beef?
No, Mr. Boof.
No, his name's Mr. Beef.
Where does the
He's
Mr.
just-
Boof come from?
He's buff.
Oh, he's buff. Okay, just it rhymes with Mr. Beef. I get it. So you have one patron so-called world. What else does your world consist of?
A whole bunch of places. I mean, my manor, and it's on top of a really big rock that I call Pride Rock. You know, it's really nice.
You have Pride Rock.
Yeah, it's cool. I found this really big rock. It literally looks like Pride Rock from The Lion King.
Have you tried to lift something in the same gesture as Simba in The Lion King?
Oh my God.
That would be a moment. You just got to get more
I need to
citizens.
stop this podcast
That's
and go
just
do that.
Mr. Beef clapping. It's like, yes.
I'm
yes.
just lifting Mr. Beef into the air.
No, that's cool. I'm glad you liked the game. But talking about addictive games, real-time strategy games are addictive because they're a lot of fun, period. But I will say that two other addictive games that I love, Civilization, which is a turn-based style game where it's about global domination in different forms, and SimCity. Do you remember SimCity?
SimCity is so much fun. The natural disasters would come your way. Oh no. Speaking of Sims, so much
I know you're a
fun to
big
play.
Sims fan.
I have turned all my friends into Sims, and they all live in the same neighborhood. They all have their houses, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. You just make your Sims be as honest as possible and try to make them as similar to the person as possible. Not just like how they look, but the way they act, because you could give them personalities and dislikes and these kind of things. So I did that. And the way they all interact with one another is so accurate to how these people are in real life. It is the funniest thing. So I get all the Sims together and I make them have house parties on a regular basis. And my darling husband refuses to wear clothes. So he just runs around the parties in his underwear. And I'm constantly going, would you just put clothes on?
Am
Which
I
is-
at least cleaning? Because I would be cleaning at parties.
You are. You ridiculously clean. You run around in your underwear, which he does at home anyways. Yay, TMI. And you occasionally hang out with people. And it's Michael to a T.
Are we married in the game?
It took a long time for us to get married. And
did?
we actually almost got divorced.
What? Really? What happened? Was it you or was it me?
We just weren't paying attention to each other.
Oh.
You just kept running around the house cleaning things. And I just kept trying to be friends with August. And I made her into a human Sim. So she's tall and she's blonde and she has a white wedding dress on because August wants to be the center of attention, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is we have a friend who's really into blondes. So he keeps hitting on her. And I'm like, no, stop it. Leave my cat
So
alone.
what do you do? Do you just like transport him somewhere else?
No, I just try to make her to go do other things.
So how much of the characters can you control versus just influence their decisions?
I mean, you have to work on it. So with our friends
Teacup and Baloney.
I forgot to make them an actual couple in the designing process. So when I was playing the game, I had to make them a couple. And so I had to spend quite a bit of time having him hit on her and then her hit on him. But it was really funny because then our friend's like,
Mr. Bubbles.
he would stand in between them and he just have the big smile on his face and he's trying so hard to talk.
Mr. Baloney.
So in Sims, if you make your character a bro and you have other characters that are bros, they want to bro together. That's what they want to do. And they don't care about anything else. So
Mr. Baloney.
really want to talk to
Mr. Bubbles.
really want to talk to
Mr. Baloney.
because they're both bros. But I'm trying to get
Mr. Baloney.
to fall in love with
Miss T.
so that they could sleep in the same bed and actually sleep because I don't have anywhere else for them to sleep.
Mr. Baloney.
Just wants to
Mr. Bubbles.
and then in the meantime, I have screenshots where
Mr. Pasta.
is standing in the background and he's just clapping and he's really happy for them. And I'm like, guys, get out of here. I'm trying to get
Mr. Baloney. Miss T.
together right now. And then with you and me, I was trying to repair our marriage. So then we finally started sleeping back together again. And
Miss Shambhala 2019.
Mel walks into the room and she's like, stop doing this. This is wrong. And I checked and it wasn't even her bed. And I was like, get out of here. I was like, this has nothing to do with you.
Miss Shambhala 2019.
It was our friend
French beard guy.
His bed and he doesn't care. So The Sims is great.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it kills me. So,
Yeah.
Good game. Everyone should play Sims. Try to make them as similar as possible to people you know in real life, and it will never cease to be a good time.
Well, this has been a wonderful episode of talking about games and gaming-related things.
I agree.
Anything you want to leave off with?
Yep, an update on August, or at least a comment about August. I just want to share with you guys that August has a toxic trait, and her toxic trait is that she could be in a deep slumber, and if she wakes up, she expects me to be awake just as much as she is. So she is roaring to go after she's opened her eyes, and she's very upset that I am not, and she yells at me for that.
Okay, so that's what I initially thought every time I saw August come into the room, marching in, demanding that you get up. But then I saw a video on one of these social media channels, I don't remember, where they said that pets that come into your room when you wake up, that are demanding your attention, are doing that because they feel like they are happy that you're not dead and that you're finally kind of pseudo awake, where they don't have to take the reliance on keeping everyone safe.
So August has just done her shift, and she's like, would you take over?
Yes, that's what I think it is. It's like, God damn it, you did 9 hours of deep sleep. I barely sleep, and you won't let me,
I'm
get off on
dying.
that. Yeah. Which is not wrong, because in the daytime, she just sleeps.
That's true. So it's just a shift change. And she's like, would you wake up? I'm exhausted. And you know what? I don't want to sympathize because she does not need to protect the house. It's fine.
Well, she doesn't know that.
She needs to understand this. Love her.
That's August.
Okay. So my last hypothetical question to end this podcast. If you could be any video game character, who would you be? Oh my God. If I could be any character, I'd be Kratos from God of War. That would be insanity. Another game I absolutely love. Yes.
Why?
That is just for the double axe blades on chains. That's wild. It's insane. Oh my God. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a very angry character, and I'm not an angry person, so that would be really wild. But just the blades alone. Oh my God. The game mechanics on this game. That is the best game where if you are having a very stressful situation, you can let out all your stress playing God of War. It is phenomenal. Really great weapons mechanics. I think the best weapon mechanics I've ever seen in a game is those two axes that he has on the blades. It's amazing.
I think Witcher.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I think being a character where you have spells, you're strong generally,
And
not a
he's
lot
so
can kill
hot.
you. That too, and he sleeps with as many girls as he wants.
Oh my God, he's so hot.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
guys with long white hair.
Yeah, back in the time where things are chaotic, but he's okay and he has special powers. Yeah, I'll dig that.
That'd be cool. And he has a horse. Oh, called Roach.
Yeah, a roach. Yeah,
Aww.
that's a good horse.
That's a cool horse.
Yeah, every video game should have a horse. as a
I'd like to be
companion.
Kratos, but have Epona. Can I do that? Can I have Epona?
You can do whatever you want in your imagination.
That's true. Okay, I'm going to be Kratos, but I'm going to ride Epona. We're going to be best friends. All right. Adios, amigos.
Till next time.